Hi crafters, this is Amy. I am working on my Christmas cards for 2012, and this year I am putting together 80 cards. So the cards need to be something I like, you know, and also need to be easy to put together and quick. So I put together an assembly line and I do two things at once. I cut out my backgrounds here on my Cricut Mini that I brought down and hooked up to my computer that I use Cricut Craft Room, and I have my layers set up, layer 1, layer 2, and then did my fill to page and was cutting here. While that was cutting, I was running these through the Swiss Dots Cuttlebug, which I did 2 at a time. Works just fine, especially when it's going to be underneath another piece of paper. So ran that through. Also, ahead of time, I have cut my 12 by 12s, cut to the size you need. What is this, 5 1/4 by 4 that fits on your standard A2 card. That's what I'm using. I also pre-cut my cards. I buy cardstock 8.5 by 11. I get it at Sam's Club actually. You get a huge ream of it and it's a lot cheaper than anywhere else I've seen it. And I cut, scored, and folded my cards. I sat in front of the TV one night last week and did that. Cutting these only takes, 5 minutes. So I get everything prepared. I get everything here. Make sure I have all the supplies I need. Plenty of coffee. Half of the time it takes me to do this is deciding what to do. I'm not very good at putting things together. I usually take days to work on projects, but it's already, after the 1st of December, so I need to get these out in the mail. So here's what I decided to use this year. I did decide on this Stamper's Best stamp a while ago. I did buy this a while ago, and it's their candlestick. And then I just took some other stamps that I have put together. The Wishes is from a Stampin' Up set. The 4 is from another clear acrylic set. I will post that up here, what that is. And and that's on the outside of the card. And for the inside of the card, I'm just simply going to use this Stampin' Up A Very Merry Christmas. So my cards will read, Wishes for a Very Merry Christmas. So I thought that was a nice way to put those together. So right now, I had some green paper and some red paper. I didn't go buy any of that. The only thing I bought this year was this paper and this stamp. And specifically for this project. I do need to go get some more bling and that, because I thought I had more of that. So I had green paper and red paper, so I've already done, my green ones are done. And I'm working on the red ones. So now what I'm doing, my assembly line, I am stamping here, these. And then once I'm done with that, I'll kind of clear that out of the way. And then I am using Festive Berries and Evergreen Bough, the Distress inks. And I am coloring with red. I'm using the Real Red Stampin' Right marker. And I'm using mostly the brush end for this. And I'm using Mustard Seed and Shabby Shutters to color the rest of my candlestick. I stamped everything with the VersaFine ink. I really like this ink. I like a crisp stamp to work with. And also then I could use my markers over the top of it and I didn't have to worry about the black, bleeding. So my final, I decided, I had first done, this is what always takes me so long. I did the green background and I thought, okay, I'll do the opposite and do the red ink, and with the red background do the green ink. Didn't really like that. It just doesn't look like it goes together. So then I switched it and did the green ink with the green, the red with the red. And I like that a lot better. And just did the dots then and the bling, the white dots. And that I used this, it's called Pen Touch. Really like it. It flows really nice. And like on this, this one here, well, like on all of them, with that dark red, normally I with other pens that I have, I would have to go over at least those dark red ones a couple times for them to stand out like that. On the Distress ink, not so much, but on that Stampin' Up, that's a darker ink. Oh, here I found, this was another white pen that I was using, this Ink Essentials, and while I really like this one, it's more like a regular pen tip, where this one is more like a marker tip. This one I really like for doing your little dash lines and that type of thing. But this pen worked a lot better for this. So then once I get these stamped, I'll color them all. And what I do there is I just set out 4 of them right here. And I'll color 4 of them at a time, you know, red, 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 yellow, 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 you know, I'll do that. So I kind of assembly line that. You can only, you know, ink them one at a time. So, you know, I quickly go around that, and I'm going to put red around the edges and then green on the inside. And I found that at first I was trying to avoid, you know, not getting ink on the pattern, but I found that here on this one you can probably see it the best. Or even this one. If the more ink I get on that area, once I put that white pen, it really pops. And I like that. So I'm going to purposely put more ink on this part. Not so much up here. I don't want that to be so much behind the candle light, but behind here. And, you know, so, all right. So that's what I'll do here is, you know, once I get these stamped and colored, and then I'll just start having piles, and I'll start, you know, mass taping them together. So, okay, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.